Well, good morning. Here it is. It's Thursday, which means we're now on the downhill slide, toward the weekend. Today is January the 23rd, and I hope you had a great Wednesday. I hope you had a great hump day. I hope that you were able to get over the hump of this week, and now I can look toward the weekend and. Hopefully you were able to accomplish, what you set out to do yesterday morning. But even again, if you came up a little short of time, God has now blessed us with the breath to breathe for another day. He's given us a brand new day. And I certainly hope and pray that this morning finds you feeling well. Hope that you're well rested and ready to tackle the opportunities that God has richly blessed us with here on this Thursday morning. This morning, I want to share a devotional with you entitled Enemies in High Places. And this is taken from, again, John chapter 11, the latter verses, 45 through 57. But in verse 48, it says this: "If we allow him to go on like this, soon everyone will believe in him. Then the Roman army will come and destroy our temple and our nation." Many people who saw Jesus raise Lazarus from the dead, they believed in him. And that's not surprising. I mean, miracles will have that effect on people. What is surprising is that other people who were present, they went straight to the religious leaders in Jerusalem and they told them what Jesus had done. These people, they saw the grief and the suffering, of Lazarus' family and friends. They saw the compassion of Jesus, who mourned with them. They saw his courage, in traveling, to a region where he was a wanted man. They saw his power, over death itself. They were witnesses to one of the most profound miracles in human history. And their only thought was, how they could use the miracle as evidence to prosecute the miracle worker. They reported him to the authorities. And for what? Well, improper disposal of a corpse, grave robbing, tampering with death. See, the news of Lazarus' resurrection, it raised the stakes for Jesus' enemies. They didn't even try to deny his power anymore, or his appeal to the people of Israel. They knew that as word spread about his power over death, his popularity would soar, and that's what they were afraid of. You see, the Jewish leaders, they had a good thing going. They had power, respect, authority, influence, and wealth. And it was all tied to the temple in Jerusalem, the center of worship in Israel. The temple was their domain, and they were prepared to eliminate anyone who threatened their control of it. You see, they were afraid that if Jesus became too popular, Rome would start to, view the entire Jewish religious system as a threat. They were afraid that the Roman authorities, would outlaw their religious practices and then destroy the temple. Caiaphas, the high priest, he made it clear what they had to do. And this is from verse 50 of chapter 11. He said, "You don't realize that it's better for you that one man should die for the people than for the whole nation to be destroyed." He had no way of knowing, just how prophetic his words were there. In just a little more than a week, that one man would die, not just for his people, but for the whole world, so that we would not be destroyed. Now, you probably know or know of, people who are as hard-hearted as the spies who witnessed, Lazarus' resurrection. They've seen evidence of God's work. They, changed lives, answered prayers, small miracles even. Yet they still refuse to believe in or follow Jesus. Instead, they double down on their disbelief and they oppose the Christian faith. You see, our job, it isn't to convince them, that what we believe is the truth. We can't argue, them into becoming Christians. Those things are the work of the Holy Spirit. Our job is just to simply stay humble, to minister with a servant's heart, to pray for them, to talk about our faith as casually and naturally as we do, any other subject. I mean, to be ready with an answer, when they challenge us, to show genuine concern and compassion, and then to model, Christ's love for people. Let me give you a couple of questions to end on. Why do you think some people, even religious leaders, oppose Jesus? And how do you respond to opposition to your faith? I think those are good questions for us to consider, when we look at, what Jesus did for us. And so anyway, I hope that interests you today. Hope you'll look at the scriptures. Hope you look at chapter 11 today, maybe when you have some time, and let God speak to you through that. But anyway, hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.